Now, if you can give props to any player or plays from the game, who would be and why?
Honestly, I think everyone was huge and impactful for us tonight. I think our starting group did a good job of throwing the first punch. I think Sav did a really good job of facilitating, taking our opportunities and grabbing extra boards. BG came in, was a monster. Satu was making big shots for us. Katie just always does the little things every single night that become big things when you're talking about why you win games. So, and this guy over here, he put us through a tough week of practice. He knew we needed it. We needed to get humbled a little bit in our ass beat in this gym, just to bring out our dogs too, and remind us of why we're in here every single day. So I thought from top to bottom, we were great.
Yeah, hi guys. I'm sort of curious as to like how you think about rebounding and the rebounding philosophy in this format. You mentioned Sabrina had a lot in this game. I think she was the team's leading rebounder, and then had the one on the game winner. And even looking at Vinyl, Jordan Canada was their leading rebounder. Does it feel sort of like random, or is it like intentional that certain people who maybe aren't expected to have that role?
I can answer it from a coaching perspective. Obviously, there's a ton more space. So I think at the end of the day, like quick guards, Tasha gets a ton of rebounds a lot of times. So it's really just an effort thing. And we made a conscious effort as a staff to talk about that tonight, because they are a really good team with Aaliyah and De'Erica, high energy, Ray and Ryan. So we wanted to rebound the ball better and get going, especially they were coming off a back-to-back. So that's a big advantage for us. So I'm happy they did it, and we are allowed to get some easy transition baskets, some easy looks. So but a lot of times it's just effort, conditioning, and the will to go secure yourself another offensive rebound or to secure it defensively to start your break.
Hey Tosh, happy birthday.
Thank
Congrats.
you so much. I appreciate it. It's a fine one.
There are fans coming from all over to come see Unrivaled. We've talked to many who are coming from all over the country. There were a ton of signs for you tonight. Can you talk a little bit about what that means, especially on your birthday, to have so many people coming to see you and just enjoying to watch you play?
Yeah, I think it's not a secret to everyone that the last few weeks have been kind of crazy for me. So I've just kind of been in my little shell and just, pouring into my cup and figuring out, ways of just navigating my mental health through this time. And I think one of the biggest things is the good you put out into the world, people will always feel. And whether you have an impact or not, moments like tonight remind me of how much impact we have, much more beyond the court. And for me, that means more to me than any win or loss in a column. The impact that you're able to have on people's lives, even to the most simplest of things, that put a smile on their face from being goofy on the sidelines or something like that. So as much as that made my day, I'm glad I also was able to make their day. But I think Unrivaled does a really good job of making everyone feel welcomed and safe here in a space that is for them. And because of the intimate feel, we get to have a deeper connection with our fans, which I enjoy very much. Hey, my good sis, I just saw you.
Hi, Natasha Cloud.
How you doing, girl? Y'all ain't know we've been together ever since the jump.
We go way back. I think I wrote an article called Natasha Cloud has found her voice, your your second season in the
Yes,
league,
ma'am. Okay.
and you kept finding it.
And now I don't shut up. I can say it for y'all. I know I don't shut up.
I would say that too.
Necessary good trouble is what John Lewis would say.
Obviously, as you mentioned, it's been a tumultuous few weeks for you. What have you learned about yourself, and what have you, how have your teammates in this environment helped? I'm wondering about like staying in one place as while everything else is going on outside.
Yeah, honestly, I think being around people that you enjoy going to work with every single day has really like fueled me and kind of brought me back to reality of coming in and enjoying a space that you are safe to feel whatever you feel that day. And if you got it, you got it. If you only have 20% to give that day, my teammates are going to pick up the other 80%. So that's been huge for me, of just really being in this oasis. Basketball is an oasis for us. And I think sometimes in this profession, we forget that. But when you're going through sad times, good times, bad times as a kid, you would just go outside and shoot it out, right? So essentially, that's what this has been for me. Our team has been amazing. Even though we've gone through some turmoil this season, we have stayed consistent with each other. And yeah, it's just you just go about your day. You understand it's a business, and that's the hard part about it. But there is still a human being behind those jerseys and behind that business, and that's the reality for it. So I'm never gonna apologize for feeling what I feel because my feelings are valid, and to not allow them out is that's not productive for to who we are as human beings. So being able to just really sit in like my grief, sit in my confusion, sit in my sadness, sit in my happiness, because I'm also still very happy as well. And on a born day, I just can't. I can't do anything but thank God for where I am and what He continues to do in my life and continues to show me favors. So, what I've learned about myself is I'm resilient, I'm tough as fuck, and my mama ain't raised no bitch. I love you, Sharon. I miss you too, girl. Sorry, Tish. I know you were probably squirming over there.
Hi, Tosh. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. I like your shirt, my guy.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
I like it.
You spoke about this being such a welcoming environment. Can you just describe what it's like to be in this environment on your birthday and to be around these people and then to obviously cap it off with a game winner?
Yeah, I'm a true Pisces, so I will talk about my birthday for the entire month. And then I walked in this morning and was like dead silent, and everyone was like, and I was like, yeah, just don't say it. But again, it's just a really cool. Obviously, it's welcoming. Obviously, there's a bunch of us around here. We're not used to being in each other's spaces a lot, so I'm sure I get on people's nerves too. I get on my own nerves from time to time. But again, to be filled and surrounded by people that you truly love, like I have some of my best friends here, not only in Slim and BG, but Ka as well. And just to be surrounded by people I've gotten closer to, like my teammates and Satu and Lou. And Lou brought me donuts this morning, and I was so happy, like just the thoughtfulness. Chelsea, our media content, got me balloons and decorated my locker. Like everyone's just been really intentional today, and I think that's really special, and I never take that for granted.
Hey Tosh, happy birthday.
Thank you. And down the line, I love y'all. Just continue to love fast. I love it.
You came out of the halftime locker room, went over to say hi to a friend, and then an entire section of fans started singing, chanting happy birthday, singing happy birthday to you. For a league that has existed for just a couple of months, it really feels like so quickly it's resonated with these fans. How do you think that Unrivaled has done such a good job in just building out these teams and in building out the connections to you as players through social media and everything to make this so accessible to fans?
I love that question. I think Unrivaled did what everyone wanted, all of our fans wanted, right? Was that off season that wasn't a blackout. Because typically we would go overseas, and unless you're waking up at 5 a.m. or 3 a.m. in weird hours to watch an overseas team where it's hard to find it, you're out of luck with following your favorite players. That demand for wanting players here was here in the off season, and I think Unrivaled answered that by keeping us here, offsetting that money that we would make overseas to make sure that we were still paid for by staying stateside, having the adequate care, adequate facilities, trainers, staff, coaches, development, food. We have everything that we entirely need here, and I think that the fans have followed what they've wanted. Unrivaled has answered the demands of them, and that is creating something special here that will carry on for the next generations to where we will be done playing, and the next generations of women can play in this league. And leagues like Athletes Unlimited that present another league to play in the off season and stay stateside and safe and all those things that we want our women to be. Thank you so much.
Last one.
Hey Tosh, happy
Hey, my
birthday.
guy. I like your shirt too. I like your hair too.
Thank
It's just
you.
flowing, yeah.
I was wondering, kind of building off of that, you're one of the few players who you've played in Unrivaled, you played in Athletes Unlimited, you
Yeah.
played overseas. I was kind of just wondering, what's unique about Unrivaled in terms of all the off-season options for WNBA players?
Obviously, I made a huge decision to come to Unrivaled to support my family and be financially stable to support my family in the off season. I think that's the biggest thing that separates them from any other league. And then you follow up with the elite level of play that is here. You are going to head with the best W players every single night. So for like a personal gain and growing my skill sets, working on one-on-one matchups against some of the best defenders in our league, then testing myself as a defender to guard the Ryans and the Enriques every single night, right? Like I'm forcing myself and challenging myself to be a better player while also putting myself in a 3-on-3 situation, which is ultimately going to make me a better 5-on-5 player with spacing, players, time. all of that. So I think Unrivaled is just a new wave of looking at the game, but also an exciting wave to bring players in. And I've just always been a firm believer in iron sharpens iron, and what better way than to go head to head with all this iron every single night.
Thank you
so
both so much.